Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to my Skyrim Special Edition Let's Play with me and my Dark Elf Vampire, Sharia. We're here, still in these Dwemer ruins that I entered into a video or so ago. It has been about a fortnight now since I last recorded any gameplay. And it's about a week or so since the last video was uploaded and went live. The reason for that being, obviously I ran into some hardware issues on my 6-year-old gaming PC, my gaming rig, and I've tried my best to fix them, got the machine running sort of, but ultimately what I've had to do is build a whole brand new PC this past week or so. Get all the bits ordered, get them arrived, and then sit down and build the PC, which took me a couple of days, certainly a few days longer than it should have took me, but unfortunately, obviously my physical health these days isn't great, so unfortunately I had to make allowances for that. But I've got the new PC set up and installed, and I'm currently playing this and recording this on the new rig, so we'll see how everything looks. I have kept my entire Skyrim installation intact by just transferring across the SSD to the new PC. I've also transferred my save files from the old PC, so I've got obviously the game to carry on with. Here we are, you know, we've not lost the save, we've not lost the character. I then kind of repurposed my old PC into just being a streaming rig for when I'm doing my live streams. So I completely reformatted it, took out some bits and pieces and jiggled it around and set it up. And that's when I realised I'd messed up, because I'd forgot to take a copy of my Skyrim plugins text file from the users app data local sort of folder on the main sort of Windows drive of the PC. So when I first loaded up Skyrim and came into game, none of the mods were loaded, nothing worked. So I quickly exited, went and installed Nexus Mod Manager, not to install mods, but to obviously read what plugins I'd already got installed in my data folder, and then went through and activated them as best as I can, remembering which of them I had activated and which plugins I didn't activate, because there are some mods I've installed to test things out on other saves with other characters that I'm not using in this playthrough. So I've tried to make sure they remain disabled. I then obviously have tried my best to recreate my load order as accurately as I can with the one from the last videos. Not sure how good a job I've done of that. I have installed loot and run loot to get a base load order, and then I've gone through and done my normal personal tweaks and stuff to it. But I'm fairly certain the load order is, you know, quite a bit different probably than what I had running. There might be certain mods that are overwriting mods that they didn't overwrite previously, so there might be some content that we notice in the next video or two that's things might happen a bit different, things might go a bit weird, and I'll try and make a note of things that I see that aren't right, and then try and tweak the load order to resolve those issues. But I'm obviously a bit cautious about changing load orders too much, honestly, because you're not really supposed to mess with your load order. Once you've started a save, keep your load order, you know, intact, because once you start moving plugins around, you're moving scripts and stuff, and that can cause massive issues in your save games and can corrupt your saves. So I've tried my best to get the load order right, but obviously if I notice things aren't working properly, or you know there's some serious issues with anything, then I will obviously go and try and tweak the load order to correct those problems. But at the same time, I want to avoid breaking the save, because we've come a long way in this playthrough, in this series, and I don't want to lose another playthrough because of a corrupt save or something. That's happened far too many times with far too many games in the past on this channel. I really do want to complete this. I want to get to the end of the main quest line. I want to defeat Alduin and say I've done it, you know, series complete, or at least this part of the series is complete. Because what I plan to do, and again it's putting the emphasis on you guys out there who watch the videos, who have been watching the series. Once I've defeated Alduin and completed the main quest line, this current playlist will end and be considered complete. Then if you guys want to see me carry on playing to do either the guild content, guild quest lines, the DLC quest lines and stuff like that, then you know, you need to let me know. You need to tell me that you want to see more, and then I'll create separate playlists for that content, basically, to enable people to watch the stuff that they want to watch. Okay, why have you just set that trap off, Vilya? Because you're not meant to be setting off traps. Yeah, that's not right at all. Why did you do that, Vilya? So yeah, there's a good example of my load order being wrong, because she shouldn't set off traps. The followers haven't set off traps in this playthrough up to now. Might need to look at moving some plugins around. But yeah, basically this particular playlist is going to be the main Dragonborn quest line, defeating Alduin, and then it'll be considered complete. And then if I carry on with the character and play more, doing, you know, all the side quests and stuff like that, and the guild content and the DLC, they'll be in their own separate series. So people who just want to watch, say, the Dark Brotherhood stuff can just watch a playlist with the Dark Brotherhood stuff. But again, it's if people want to see it. If you guys turn around and tell me, no, we don't want to see any more Skyrim, we've seen enough now, play something else, then obviously I'll go and play something else. And I'll try and get some other content on the channel. There's plenty of other games, as they say, to play. And obviously I want to do some more streaming stuff as well. And I'll be trying to get a bit more streaming stuff done, especially over on Twitch. Because again, I'm so close to getting affiliate on there. I just need to increase my average viewers a bit. And then I'll be able to get into the affiliate program, which would be good for me. I've done obviously streaming here on YouTube. I've done the Kingdom Come Deliverance sessions and that. But again, I noticed the viewers don't tend to translate well to live streams. It's finding your place, finding what works, finding something that's obviously going to get you viewers, get you exposure, get you subscribers. That's what I've got to work on now, because I've got to take this seriously now. I've really got to start taking my channel seriously, especially if I want to make this my career going forward, sort of thing, because as I say, I am physically limited to what I can do. You know, my mobility isn't great these days following my accident, so a lot of the jobs I've done, real world jobs that I've done in the past, I can't do anymore. So it's trying to find my place in the world, and if I could do, you know, full-time YouTube, Twitch from home, and, you know, make it pay, then that's what I want to do. Right, so I've got loads of these Chorus egg harvests and things, which is interesting. Load all. I assume all this is good for alchemy. Not that I really do a lot of potion brewing. It's not something I've ever really gotten into, is alchemy in any of the Skyrim games, in any of my Skyrim saves, because again, it's not normally been the sort, apart from health potions, probably stamina potions, because I'm normally always a warrior type character. I don't tend to muck around with spells, so it's more beneficial for me to have really good armour and enchantments and stuff than it is potions. And of course, being a vampire character, a lot of potions and stuff don't have any effects on me. Like food and stuff has no effect on me, which is one of the reasons why I don't eat and drink food and stuff in these videos, because they don't affect you.
So,
I'm gonna give...
what would you like to do next?
I would like to give you all the excess junk I'm carrying, so that the next time we end up in a town or a settlement, you can go off to a trader and sell it for me and make me lots of gold and make me very rich. And also keep my carry weight down, because I don't know how much further we've got to go in this place until we reach the bottom of this ruin. And there might be more treasures to pick up along the way. So yeah, most definitely you take everything I don't need, look after it, and then when we get somewhere, you know, with, you know, civilization, sell it for me. That's that's the thing that's really useful about Vilja, and one of the things I'm most pleased about this mod, her mod, is the fact that she can do that for you. I know in the last couple of episodes I've been getting a little bit annoyed with her character because of how she gets in the way in combat, and I end up hitting her a lot of the time with my spells instead of the enemy, which is not great. I wish she would be a bit more like Inigo and just stand back and do range combat, but I've noticed even if I tell her to use a bow and arrow as a weapon, she will still advance towards the enemy with the bow and arrow, whereas Inigo, he just stands still and fires. So Vilja's combat system, her, if you like, AI, is different to Inigo's. She, even if she's using a bow and arrow, she wants to get right up close in melee range, and that's just a problem, because obviously I'm trying to sling spells at the bad guys, and she's always getting in the way, which is one of the reasons why I've been giving thought to leaving her the next time we go back to home base or whatever, and just leaving her behind and continuing on with Inigo only. I know Inigo isn't as useful because he can't do some of the things. He can't make me potions, he can't make me arrows, he can't, you know, she has all that crafting stuff built into her, which is quite useful. But I don't know. Let me know, people. You guys out there watching the video, do you want me to continue using her, keeping her in the party? Because she's been with me since, you know, right at the beginning really of the playthrough, and we've come all this way together. It'd be nice if she, you know, continues with me, and, you know, we defeat Alduin, and, you know, but at the same time it is getting frustrating in combat when she's taking all the damage.
Shall we continue?
She's taking all the hits from my spells, and the enemy still keeps coming, and obviously is doing quite a bit of damage to me now at this point, because I've got a little bit unbalanced with my leveling, because again my armor level hasn't gone up, my one hand and sort of, you know, my fighting hasn't gone up, my magic has, my destruction magic has gone up, obviously that's quite high. But again, if an enemy gets in close to me, or if an enemy, like an enemy archer, can do a lot of damage to me very quickly, and I can't defend against it, so I have to be very cautious, because obviously the permadeath is still in place, and, you know, I could very easily be killed and that's it, series over. Which would be a shame, because we've come a long way, and I'm like I say, I'm amazed at how far I've got in the game without dying. You know, we've come this far with no deaths, and I would like to do it. I'd like to complete it. I'd like to complete the main quest line, defeat Alduin with no deaths, having never died. It'd be brilliant. Okay, I know I'm forgetting the couple of the glitch deaths I had, the bug deaths, where I tried to wait and pass time, or I tried to sleep outside and my character turned to ash and died. But that's a bug in the game. That's a bug with the vampire mechanic in Skyrim. So I didn't count that. I'm not, you know, I'm not ending a series because of a game bug. You know, I'll end the series when somebody comes up to me and stabs me through the head with a sword. Because, you know, that's a death you can, you know, you have to accept. If you get stabbed through the head, yeah, you deserve to be dead. If your character's died because the game's thrown a wobbly and decided to incinerate you whilst you slept, then that's not right. But I'm hoping everything's recording okay. I've had a few little goes now right now, because I'm recording this commentary now after I've recorded the video. Normally, every other video in this series so far, I've recorded the commentary with the gameplay. So, you know, it's live and everything is a thing. But obviously, setting up on my new gaming rig, I haven't quite got all my audio recording software and programs and stuff configured properly, because I keep having like sound glitches. As soon as I start recording, I know at times the microphone track goes very sort of robotic-y. I don't know why that is. I don't know whether it's like a latency thing or something like that. So I've been trying to tweak the settings, and hopefully I've got it right this time. Because obviously I'm sat here in Vegas trying to record this commentary, and I don't want to be sat here for 20 odd minutes or so and then find out the audio's no good. And I've got to record it all again, because I'm starting to get a bit bored of this footage now, because I've seen it a few times. You know, I've played through this area once and then realised I hadn't got shadow play set up properly, so it didn't capture the game audio or the microphone audio. So I had to reload the save and record it all again. Then I noticed, like I say, the microphone audio was awful. It was robotic-y, so I've had to delete. So when I imported the video into Vegas, I've had to delete the microphone track. And now I'm trying to record it post. And again, I keep noticing it keeps going robotic-y. So keep tweaking with the latency in the voice meter program that I use. See if I can get the sound right.
Sulla, let's just get out of here. Hasn't there been enough death?
Of course, you want me to.
I'm just going to kill these people. I don't know who they are, but can't be good. They can't be good if they're in this deep into Falmer territory. They can't be good, because the Falmer should have killed them.
Leave her alone.
Wow. You leave her alone. He's hiding. There's Vilya. Look, see, there's a prime example. She's using a bow and arrow, yet she keeps moving towards the enemy. She doesn't need to do that. If she didn't do that, I'd be quite happy. But alas, she keeps doing it, and I don't know why. And she's annoying me, because then she gets in the way. And Indigo's annoying me because he doesn't pick up his bloody arrows. But these are the first like human-y people I've encountered in a while, so let's have some nom-noms. Let's have some nom-nom-nom. Eat them, feed on them, because again I need to continue to increase my vampire powers. And the only way I'm going to do that is by continually feeding. Okay, and that looks to be a way out. We may be going that way then. That may be our only option. There is this thing though, isn't there? Activate dwarven mechanism. Oh, we got steps. So we've got more down. How deep does this place go? Oh, Blackreach. Blackreach. Now that sounds familiar. Okay. Black Reach definitely sounds familiar. Definitely. We may have gone about it the long-winded way, but we may now actually be in the area we need to be. Okay, that fired a crossbow.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not looking at you, Vilya. So that's the first thing. Definitely not looking at you. And we've got ebony ore veins. Can I mine them? Oh no. No, 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 no.
Did you hear that noise?
Yeah, it's a dwarven sphere thing. Centurion thing. And I'm stuck mining. I can't defend myself. Okay. That's one way not to die. Apparently you don't take damage if you're mining. Them iframes, a bit like Dark Souls.
You'll taste my axe. You're a dangerous bastard, aren't you?
I am indeed, yes.
That was good.
What we got? We got like little creepy crawly spidery Taurus hunter fledglings. Bugs, basically. Don't know where he's gone.
Not know who they were messing with. I hope you
Jump.
know where we are.
Take the arrows, take the gold.
I'm completely lost.
So am I, Inigo. Honestly, I've got less of an idea where to go than you have. Now I'm going to put my hunter night vision thing on, I think. Because it's a bit dark in here, a bit gloomy. I'm not using any lighting mods. That is something to say about it. I'm not using any lighting mods in this game. So don't understand why it gets quite so dark in certain places. I don't like using lighting mods when I'm playing games because, like I say, they tend to make the video dark, which is great for you as an individual playing. But then when you process and render the video, generally everything gets darker again. And then once you upload it to YouTube and they process the video, they make it darker again. So all of a sudden it becomes really dark and it becomes impossible to see things. It's one of the things I don't like. I noticed Gopher has just started doing a new Skyrim Special Edition Let's Play, and one of the things he did after just like 3 or 4 episodes was put all the lighting mods in and darker nights and everything like that, and his videos are practically unwatchable now because everything's so bloody dark. You can't. It's just pitch black. When YouTube processes it, it just becomes pitch black. It basically just becomes an audio commentary. You can't see what's actually happening. And, you know, I like Gopher. He's one of the people that got me into modding the games in the first place, watching all his tutorials and stuff. And watching his Let's Plays and stuff. But I think he's getting a little bit carried away with some of the mods. He forgets that he's producing videos to entertain other people, and it's not so much just about his experience. Sure, if he's playing off camera, he's playing on his own to entertain himself, use all the dark and light mods and weather mods and everything that you want. But I think when you're producing content that you want other people to view and receive, you need to make some adjustments. Because if you can't see what's happening in the videos, you're just going to switch off, or I do. I know some people just carry on watching his videos because they like listening to his voice, because they think he's got a brilliant voice. But for me, I would rather see what's happening in the game. I don't just want to be watching the podcast version of a Let's Play. Now, some people would sit there and say, watching my videos, that perhaps they're too bright, they're too light, you can see too much, but I'd rather it be that way than the other. No, I honestly do not know what I'm supposed to be doing down here. At the moment, I'm just trying to pick up all this Crimson Nerve root. Again, I don't know what that's for. Can't remember having ever done the quest in Skyrim that deals with the Crimson Nerve root. Its significance. So maybe it's a waste of time. I don't know. But I've got a feeling I was definitely supposed to come to Blackreach. I'm sure it's to do with that lexicon thing. Trying to be really good and not look in my journal and not look at and bring up the the compass and the map all the time. Again, trying to stay immersed. But in a place like this, you could get lost very easy because this place is huge. It's massive, and there's like buildings. I know there's places you can go into, but I'm not going to do that because that would just be even more side tracking and distracting. I do want to get on and get the main quest done. Like I say, I've been uploading what, three videos or so a week. Well, I was doing 5 videos a week at one when the series first started. I've then dropped it to 3 videos a week. Might even possibly drop it to 2. Because again, I think the way I've recorded this video, I've only got enough footage really for two videos. I can't really split it in 3 without making the videos ridiculously short. So these videos are all going to be around about 40 minutes, 45 minutes or so, I think, maybe. I think this video is going to be about 40 minutes, and the next one, the next part will be about 50 minutes maybe, because of the way I've split the video and try to keep the content. It's amazing getting this insight now, because obviously I'm doing the commentary after. Obviously when I was recording this and I thought it was recording, everything was recording properly, I was obviously more focusing on what was happening in the game with my commentary. I was talking more sort of in character, role playing. But obviously trying to do that now in post is difficult, because it won't be genuine, because I know what's going to happen now. I know what's coming. And obviously some of the things you say in the heat of the moment when you're, you know, in the thing, you just can't replicate that, you know. Those spontaneous moments where you just say something and it's like, whoa, that works. Again, when you try to ad-lib it in later, in post, it sounds fake. See, there's a place here that you can, like you say, there you go into. There's some more red crimson Nimru. There's some more, carefully hidden. some more. Ah, there's one up near that pipe. There's one up near that pipe. So I've got to go and get that. There we go. Right, where are we heading to next then? Okay, we got
I
trolls.
smash your head with my axe.
Boss trolls.
Maybe I find it out.
Boss trolls don't like fire, so kill it with fire.
Stop doing that, will
There's
you?
another one.
We are a good team. Don't you think so?
You have your moments, I'll give you that. So there's some Crimson Nimrod. And now I don't think I can go anywhere else. Don't think I can go any higher at this point. So let's backtrack. See, I hear the sound.
I will never be able to describe this to people.
And there's another place you can probably go into. See, I heard Nirnroot then. I'm sure it was Nirnroot. It's hard to tell sometimes what is the Nirnroot and what is them like mushroomy plant netchy looking things. Most of the Nirnroot tends to hang around the water though, doesn't it? There's a place, look. I think that's just going to be a way out. Geode. Get some more soul gems.
Look at you go. You are a mining machine.
I am indeed a mining machine. But it's not giving me any smithing experience like it should be doing. So, again, I wonder if that's a load order issue.
Horrible insect of doom.
You think you
here we
can
go.
beat me? Go ahead.
I think their AI's broken because they're not attacking.
I have seen one of those before, and I can never see one again.
We're probably going to see a few more down here. Vilya. Mine some corundum. Still not sure where it is I'm meant to actually be going. Nothing's sort of jumping out at me as being like, yeah, this looks like the right place where you get a lexicon transcribed, or I hope I haven't got to crawl through all the buildings in here, because that'll take me hours. Now we've got some gnome root over here. And we've got what? Oh, wisps. So there's a wisp mother.
You taste my axe.
I notice as well, this spell at the minute, this spell I'm using, it doesn't seem to be working properly. Because unless you get a direct hit on the enemy, they're not taking damage. Like if the fireball-y thing impacts like near them, they're not taking damage from it anymore. You literally have to have a direct strike on them, and that's not how it worked in previous videos. So again, I think I need to tweak the load order again of the mods. Make sure the spell mods are a little bit lower.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, we've got bugs. And fledgling chores things. Right, well, we're coming to the end of this video. So I'm probably going to put a pause, a break in here in the footage, and then we'll carry on and pick up immediately in the next video. Because otherwise it's going to run for ages. I don't want to be uploading 2-hour videos. So yeah, join me in the next part.